What's up, y'all? I'm Sean Sikes, the owner of Sikesercise Gym. I'm here with Mal for Mayor. We're gonna talk about ways that he's gonna help revitalize this city while I'm dragging him through a crazy workout.
Thanks for having me, Sean. So we're here again, as we said, Sean Sikes, owner of Sikesercise. Sean's a good friend, known Sean for well over 15 years. Sean is really kind of a staple to the local community. If you haven't understood what Sean does, look up at Sikesercise on Instagram. But Sean basically is innovating and changing the way that San Antonio sees fitness. So we're here to spend a little bit of time with him today. He's gonna put me through one of his workouts and hopefully I survive.
So grip, grip, back, and that first pull and extend, reach. On this one, I like to look at those numbers on the screen, kind of like the row, because it's the same concept, right? That's why they call them concept machines. So whenever you're looking at that number, which yours is saying 224, 221, that big number,
Yep.
that's your pace. So in 500 meters, it's saying if you did this for 500 meters, you would finish in around 2 minutes 16, 2 minutes 17 pace at the speed you're going at right now.
What do you typically average?
For me, depending on the distance, so like say it's a 500 meter, I'm usually going at like a 135, so a lot faster. So it'd be more like I'm gripping and ripping and pulling. I don't want to do that depending on the extent, like how long I'm actually going.
Right.
I don't want to spend too much time burning out my energy, because if I got 5,000 meters on here, then we're looking at 20 minutes worth on this machine. But this is a crazy, crazy ass machine for cardio. A lot of people love it because it engages the core, gets the heart rate up. All good things, man.
You typically go high up when you come back up?
Yeah, I like to reach. So you try to use all of your length. You got longer arms, you're gonna have a bigger advantage.
You really bending knees or nah?
I'm more hinging, so I kind of think like a kettlebell swing. So I'm kind of pushing the hips, hinging the hitch back.
Yep.
And pulling. We'll get to 350 on yours, and then we'll rest a little bit.
Cool. I never do cardio.
So you can feel that.
Oh yeah.
You feel that heart rate start to creep up. Man, that's the best thing about this key. That's what everybody loves about this machine. I have some members in here that live and die by this machine.
Really?
So we have a girl, Bethany, she's like big time member of my classes. She also owns a business in Southtown called Fellows Massage. She's like a world-class athlete when it comes to fitness. And I've seen her do like 21,000, 40,000 meters on this machine, which would be here for like 2 or 3 hours. Just what we were just doing for 2 or 3 hours at that pace with nobody bringing you water.
Couldn't pay me that.
You don't come off, you're dehydrated, but the struggle's there. And that's like a lot of things in this gym. And when you work out, you experience like fucking crazy struggle. So with that struggle is like resilience on the end, right? So people shut down. You find the most vulnerable point of people when you're in the gym. It's the best time to ask people questions. It's the best time to find out about somebody. It's very similar to somebody being in the bar and they're drunk and they start telling you about their life story. They're vulnerable, they're hurting. They're doing, this is the 13th burpee and the second time they've been on the ski machine today. And it's like, what are you made of? What are you about? You know, we can find out some answers, so. But it's good to get you right here.
You're taking it back when I was bodybuilding. You go through those, yeah.
You go through those,
I was just gonna say,
trials and tribulations.
Well, yeah, because you're in the, you're in your peak week, you're dehydrated, body fat percentage is super low, you're hallucinating. And so you'd have these talks with people and they're just like, what is this dude on?
Yeah.
And you gotta apologize ahead of time and you gotta be like, I'm just in prep, I'm about to go on stage. But yeah, it's
right. Once you get to 500, so 50 more meters there. Good. Last 25, let's get a crazier push. Let's go a little bit harder on that last 25 just to see what you got. There we go, there we go, good, rest. That was perfect. Oh yeah, you were booking it through that at the very end. Good, man, good. Yeah. And the sled, man, this is straight murder right here, this sled. No matter what you do, the sled's gonna push back. So no matter what kind of energy you put into the sled, you're about to get that same energy back. So no matter how fast I go, the faster I go, the more it's gonna push back on me. So it's just, you're never gonna beat it. You're never gonna win. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop our weight on top of the sled and just drive the sled all the way down. Okay. So drop that weight on top and then just step. Push, 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 Bring it all the way back, one big row once you get right here, and then we drive again. We work again. This is when the legs start to fire up.
Oh yeah.
The ski had those triceps and the body was getting it, but now the legs are getting it. Good, and pulling it back.
Oh, you feel the quad.
And we would normally do this 5 or 6 times before we rest, after hitting that 500 on the ski, and relax. All right, Mal, we just got done with the ski. We did 500 meters on the ski. We just got done with the sled. We did a couple down and backs with the sled. This is whenever people start to get to that vulnerable point. I think it's time for the first question. My first question for you is, as mayor of San Antonio, taking into account all the small businesses and the buildings that we have here and the opportunities for small businesses to see them thrive, what's your goal towards revitalizing the city to help small businesses?
Yeah, you have to think of small businesses are the backbone of the economy. Looking at financial markets, look at how the economy's been positioned specifically in the U.S. We have to be aware that at the backbone of that, yes, it is small business, but that's largely carried by big corporations. And so the first thing we got to do is really take care of people also that make money that aren't necessarily running businesses, but that benefit from being hired at a company, that work in corporate America. Right now, our wages, when it comes to, let's say, corporations here in San Antonio, our wages are kind of stagnated between 50 to 75. And that's if you have a degree, if you're in a higher position. If you're not, if you're in any kind of other position outside of a corporation, you're probably making 40 grand a year. Cost of living, shelter costs are probably upwards of 24 to 30,000. People are living off of $15,000 in discretionary income. That's a big red flag. And so in order to help small businesses, we have to, first of all, take care of the citizens, right? The masses, those who work in corporations. Get those elevated wage incomes a little bit higher. Right. Second fold is to protect small businesses. There's going to be what I would say is these growth periods between leveling up, right? Like right now, small businesses are struggling to keep up with rising costs, keep up with rents, keep up with insurance costs. So I think in our municipality, it's our responsibility to kind of be aware of those things and see if we could set up some kind of stipend system. As big corporations move in, maybe they're paying into a grant system.
Right.
We're filling a bucket up that takes care of actually individual small business owners, entrepreneurs in the city. So when these corporations are moving in, they pay into a bucket perhaps. That bucket, again, gets funneled to the small businesses that are actually providing the culture that we live through, like your establishment here.
Right. So we're gonna hit the 10 over 20.
10 over 20? Oh, 10 over 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
10 over 20. And then it's gonna count down 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go hard for 10 seconds.
Okay.
And then we're gonna rest for 20.
Go hard for 10 seconds, rest for 20. Okay.
We're gonna do that for 3 rounds only.
Okay.
And then we're gonna shut the bikes off.
Okay.
So, not as hard as you can go, but go pretty hard. If you go as hard as you can go, bro, you're gonna throw up everywhere.
Yeah, don't want to do that.
So yeah, hit the start, ready, go. And go. Now we have 20 seconds.
Oh,
yeah.
that gets your heart rate, bro.
And get ready, because we're about to go again.
That's painful.
And go. 10 seconds, come on. Let's go, 10 seconds. We're going backwards with those legs.
Am I really?
Yeah. It's all right. Good, okay. So, moving forward in the city, are you somebody that likes to get into the community and work with people?
100%.
Show up to some classes, go to some restaurants.
I am, man. If you ask anyone that runs a small business here, they'll probably tell you the same thing, but.
Too late, here we go. Up, come on. Stop button. So yeah, like I said, I think it's good when we see you in the community, we're able to talk to you personally. We don't have to go through a bunch of loops. Maybe you're just out and people can come and talk to you and it just makes you more personable. Is that something you plan on doing?
100%, man. I think you gotta be real with people. And I think that's what we lose when it comes to our city. I think that's why, I'm not saying anyone's corrupt in the city here. But when you think about it, It's easier to hide corruption when you're not in front of the people. When you're interacting with people, you're getting asked questions, they see there's action on your behalf in terms of a personal level, it's harder to hide corruption.
Right.
And so transparency is key when it comes to our city leaders.
Yeah. No, I know. Rest for a sec, you're good. You're good.
So upholding transparency is about really being in front of people that make this city what it is.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Good. Yeah,
Does that make sense?
I agree, yeah. I just think, you know, there's so many times that it would be nice to have one of the city officials, somebody who actually is working to make the city better, pop up and show up into places where some of our small business owners are working every single day to make the city better. Maybe not in a way fiscally, maybe not in a way financially, or in a way that has to do with the city and the city offices and stuff, but we're out here every day, you know, and a little bit of appreciation towards what small businesses do can go a long way from somebody in a place of power in that position.
Yeah, I agree. I think it influences people to go and spend time at your place too.
Yeah, agreed. Well, thanks, Mal. I appreciate you coming out to Sikesercise Gym, doing some of the 3-4 most formidable workouts that I have in this gym. They usually break everybody down. You hung through it, you stuck in there. Therefore leading me to believe that, you know, you can hang in there and stick in there whenever times get tough in the city. So I appreciate that. Also, I want everybody to know I publicly endorse Mal for mayor. This is gonna be my guy, this is who I'm riding with. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to some of the community events that we host at Sikesercise, and I have you out at some of these events that are coming real soon, so y'all stay tuned for that. And there's nothing but up from here, man. There's a lot of excitement, and we're all ready for it.
Thanks again, Sean. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Yes, sir.